My journey into biochar. So I have visited parts of India for studies and evaluations, and I have come across several challenges to soils and agriculture. The observed reality has sensitized and motivated me to work on soil management for agricultural sustainability, food security and livelihoods. As I started in 2005, so now it is nearly around 2 decades of my work. So I began this endeavor to understand the value of biochar amendments to soils and other applications of biochar, and have also conducted, especially farmers in semi-arid areas of, that is in parts of Telangana especially. In this region, several studies I have done. Here, the farmers face the low and erratic rains that led to frequent droughts and reduced crop yields. As a result, the livelihoods of villagers, primarily dependent on agriculture, were at stake. Vegetation in the region can be described as tropical dry deciduous, with small trees interspersed through scrub vegetation. Agriculture is the main livelihood activity and is heavily dependent on rainfall. The soils are diverse, including sandy soils, red soils, black cotton soils, and alkaline soils, and support a variety of crops. The common crops include paddy, sorghum, maize, sesame, red gram, green gram, cotton, chilies, vegetables, and several horticultural crops such as mangoes. Again, the biomass cook stoves are one of the sources of biochar, and where I have worked intensively during the same period. And in parts of Telangana, many people still use traditional clay and 3-stone stoves. Some produce charcoal from Prosopis juliflora and local biomass using earth-mount kilns, creating pressure on scant biomass resources. Part of the biomass from land development activities is disposed of by open burning. This results in biomass loss, air pollution, and wasted energy. Cotton is one of the major crops cultivated. After harvesting, many farmers openly burn the remaining cotton stalks in the fields, generating smoke and ash. Very little biochar is formed in the open burning process. On the other hand, demand for charcoal has been increasing. To fill the gap, the local population has been converting locally available biomass into charcoal through traditional methods. To support communities reliant on biochar and related aspects, the author has engaged in a number of activities. That is right from study, design and introduction of energy efficient and clean burning cook stoves that produce biochar as a byproduct, including TLUD stoves or forced air stoves, and also development of appropriate biochar amendments or increased soil fertility and crop yields. Developed appropriate biochar amendments for increased soil fertility and crop yields. BIOCHAR is one such product. Introduction of improved charcoal production techniques from Prosopis juliflora, pine needles, cotton stalks and other biomass, and introduced crop residue conversion into biochar as an additional livelihood opportunity for farmers. These efforts helped in demonstrating climate change mitigation practices at the micro level carried out by communities. The scope of biochar has expanded during interactions with communities. Field trials, experiments and capacity development programs conducted in various parts of India have aided the discovery of traditional practices and methods of biochar use. And I have discovered the value of biochar for multiple purposes, describing them collectively as biochar culture, and also helped to create wider awareness of biochar culture and promoted policy dialogues on sustainable agricultural practices at various levels. Also conducted a number of biochar experiments, initially started with my Terra Preta rooftop experiments from 2005 onwards. To continue pursuing my research interests on biochar culture, I have established a Geo Research Center in Peddamadur village, Devarupala Mandal, now Jangaon district in Telangana, India. So this was about 100 kilometers northeast of the Hyderabad, also called Geo Spirit Center or Geo Research Center. And here the biochar production and processing, all these activities were done. And this place hosts a wide variety of biodiversity too, with nearly 200 plant species, and all the related microbes exist there. This always enriches naturally the biochar compost. At this place I have also produced biochar bricks which are used in the construction of green buildings, my own center. And I do have a museum on stoves, which include the biochar producing stoves. And I also developed the concept of Geo Spirit centers to encourage conservation and facilitation of local biodiversity, especially soil microbes. They are the sacred spaces as declared by communities. Such sacred spaces include specifically identified ancient forests and other natural landscapes that are intended to be preserved, not only for the mental health of the people but also literally to protect and preserve soil diversity and health, including soil microbial life, and thus create a legacy that ensures both food and bodily health. The body of the earth itself is held sacred. Geo Spirit is defined as the spirit of the earth. These sacred spaces can be declared as Geo Spirit centers, where people care for and come to respect Mother Earth, in the literal sense that the word earth is also a synonym for the soil, which means that literally they are places to protect, respect and care for Mother Earth, which literally could mean respect and care for the mother soil. It is true that the soil is really our mother, for without healthy soils no life on land would exist. The earth is a single living thing which represents oneness and diversity. And once we have created these mother soil sanctuaries, the spirit centers, the Geo Spirit centers, where soil microbial biodiversity is encouraged and left to flourish, we may then get an opportunity to use tools like biochar compost that has been inoculated by the mother soils to help restore our badly degraded lands. In this case, heat sterilized biochar could be considered the carrier of soil biodiversity, allowing the abundant microbes from the mother soil transferred as intact as is possible from the point of origin to the sacred places, and be placed onto the degraded lands to act as the seed that can then repopulate these essential microbial communities back in the degraded landscapes. At a time when microbial biodiversity is suffering great losses and affecting soil health, these centers could serve as storehouses for microbes which could be inoculated into the local soils by farmers using biochar. The communities are motivated to set up such Geo Spirit centers. In these centers, Geo Spirit meetings are conducted for earth leaders, and earth leaders are all those who contribute for the sustainability of the earth. Especially here, all those working on biochar are promoting that, or in its production or in its value addition. So everybody is an earth leader, because we are addressing the global challenges such as climate change too, the local challenges including poverty, food security, or the total health of the ecosystem. So this way, being in this domain of biochar, one should have that pride